Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey, and that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Throwing on 2nd and 14, Newton. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long.
Gun.
Throwing is Newton. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first, as that leads to 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
20.
They are going to go for it. It's Newton. And this is caught. He hits Moore. He's at the 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, 73 yards. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now it's Jackson. This is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys are able to regain the lead. Tucker now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. players out there and ready to begin their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Back to throw, Newton. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. And that'll set him back 5. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now Brown. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Ready. Hey, pick your game up.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. That leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you've got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Out of the gun, Newton. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On first down, Newton flushed out right. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free. Well, let's have some fun while we have a minute here. Fantasy drafts are in full swing. I know I've got my family fantasy draft coming up, Charles. Who would be your top 3 picks? I know that you're a noted fantasy football expert, so who would you take?
Well, you've got to start with guys who are going to touch the football and put it in the end zone, right? You got to score points. How about Saquon Barkley with the Giants? You know he's going to run it. He's going to catch it. When they get desperate, they may actually have him return it as well. Alvin Kamara is an absolute matchup nightmare for everyone. And Christian McCaffrey, did he ever come off the field last year? And, you know, this guy, he's a threat to be a 1,000-yard runner and a 1,000-yard receiver, as is Kamara. So this is going to be fun to watch. I can't wait to see those guys do their thing, but there are plenty of other guys out there, too. If Zeke comes along, you got to take him. Melvin Gordon, if they both come to camp, we'll see how that works out. How about Todd Gurley and his health? Because, boy, when he touches the ball, great things usually happen.
And then wondering, someone like Le'Veon Bell took the year off, now a new offense. But if he starts going like he used to, he's obviously going to be a good one.
Fresh legs is what you're counting on with Le'Veon Bell and a fresh start in New York with the Jets. And if you're looking for an exciting rookie, remember this. Kyler Murray's going to get the ball from the first snap, and they're going to leave him in there throughout. And as long as he stays healthy, he's going to pitch it around the park a bunch. Don't be surprised if he gets a little look.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, Charles, if you think so far the early part of the preseason, who has stood out? If you take a peek back at the draft, the first round, it was pretty defensively minded, but there were 3 quarterbacks taken. Kyler Murray first, Daniel Jones 6th, Dwayne Haskins 15th. Of those guys, they've looked pretty good.
I agree with you, Brandon. When you talk about those 3 quarterbacks, and you're right, the rest of the draft, we're talking about big linemen, right? We're talking about defensive players, not a lot of skill players in the first round. But let's take the quarterbacks very quickly. Kyler Murray, by acclamation, went to Arizona. Everyone excited about it. And I think his team remains excited about his prospects. They're eager to see him play. He became the starter as soon as he was drafted. Daniel Jones, that was a different situation in New York. The fans weren't real excited about him coming in. But the reason they drafted him has a similar demeanor and talent to Eli Manning. And he's acquitting himself quite nicely in the early going. And Dwayne Haskins a little more up and down in Washington. But they love the big arm of this guy, and he's back at home. Remember, he grew up in Potomac, Maryland.
Here we go, yeah. Go get him. Go get him. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson, he's going to go for a big play downfield. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 49 yards.
Well, we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
You lost. That's all.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll try to pound it in with Hill. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run as the Ravens push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost...
And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
That was tight. That nigga quit, y'all.